In the quiet town of Darraul, there stood an old arched bridge draped in mist. The locals called it the Mermaid's Bridge. One foggy evening, a boy and a girl wandered there with a half-empty bottle of wine. They leaned on the iron railings, green with age, and stared into the slow, black water below. "Do you know why they call it that?" the girl asked. Her voice was calm, almost like a whisper carried by the mist. The boy shrugged. "Because a bride once jumped in, and became a mermaid." The girl's eyes didn't leave the water. She was left at the altar. Dressed in her wedding gown, she climbed the railing, and stepped into the river. But she didn't drown. They say she transformed. And her tail looked like lace, woven from the embroidery of her dress. The boy raised the bottle, unconvinced. Pretty story. But who ever saw her tail? "Maybe those who stood right here," the girl answered softly, her gaze sinking deeper into the dark current. Silence stretched between them, broken only by the river's slow murmur. Then, as the boy leaned over the railing, trying to see what lay below, the girl's hands gripped his legs. With one sudden motion, she pulled. He toppled forward, arms flailing, and splashed into the water. Before the ripples even settled, the girl climbed the railing herself. She leapt like a diver, cutting into the river without a sound. For a moment, all was still. Then, deep below the surface, something flashed. A shimmer of scales, the flicker of a great tail. Too large for any fish that lived in the river. But no one was there to see it. The streets were empty, swallowed by fog. The bridge stood silent, keeping its secret. And the river carried the story on, just as it had for so many years.